Well, hello and welcome back to 9 Years in China and Beyond. I am playing with my DSLR this morning because I just thought of a little story that I would tell you. And it's about this little camera. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. Back in about 2015, it was my last year in Chuzhou, Anhui province, and we were coming up near semester testing, and I always, ever since I've been in China, I always had a video camera that I used to do my semester test because I was, an oral English teacher, and I wanted to listen to my students and give them individual grades, based upon their performance, blah 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 blah. And we were getting ready. This is like the day before, or 2 days before. I can't remember, but it was pending really quickly about what we were doing, and I'm trying to make sure that I think I'm in focus no matter what. I haven't used this DSLR. It's my Nikon D5600. I hadn't made a video with it in a while, but since I was doing this little story, I wanted to use it. But anyhow, right before it's test time, I realized that something had happened with my camcorder. Now at the time, I was actually using a Sony camcorder. Now I wasn't using this one yet, but anyhow, it quit taking video, and that's pretty bad for a camcorder when you're not doing video, right? I could still take a picture with it, but something was wrong with the video, and I've been using it since, I've been using that Sony since 2010, because I bought it right before I came to China. So anyhow, I am in a panic. I have this system set up about how I like to test the students, and I get the video camera over their group, and the way I do the test, they all have to answer questions or talk to each other, and I wanted to be able to listen to them a couple times before I gave them a grade. So anyhow, I had this perfect system set up just for using video, because I didn't want them to spend all this extra time in class. It takes a long time to do my kind of testing in the classroom. Plus it's very distracting. So anyhow, I am on a search to go find a new video camera, and I really only knew about 1 or 2 places in the whole city that I might be able to get one. So I have a student come with me, and we go exploring the streets of Chuzhou trying to find a camcorder. And we came eventually to the little shop where I bought this one, and this one's called a Pioneer. I can't even find it on the internet. But we went into the shop, we looked, they had one that was really, really expensive, and I thought, man, that's a little too much even for me. And I said, well, and we started asking them about this one here that was about 1,600 yen, 1,800 yen. It was in the 200, just over 200 US dollar value. So, well, I can afford that, all right. And like I said, this is in 2015. So I said, well, all right, we'll buy this one and we'll make it work. And if worst case scenario, I'll end up having to get another one, because I also at that time I hadn't fully switched over into my photographer mode. I was still beginning my photographer mode, so I still like to take pictures with with the camcorder, and this one here only takes like 5 megapixel pictures. It's not really good, not for photography, but for video, hey, it's done the job, right? Because this one here has taken me this made in China, and that's the point of this video. Not everything made in China is terrible. Not everything. Lots of things are. And when you talk to my kids, when we talk about Chinese quality, you can hear a lot of laughing in the classroom. They know. But I can speak for this pioneer that has stayed with me since 2015. It's went through all the testing and walking on the streets of China. Almost every video, if you've gone into my Facebook or seen videos I've posted online, all the latter stuff was taken with this little camcorder. All my testing I had done up to 2019 before I came back to America, everything was done on this camcorder. Virtually all my YouTube videos are done with this camcorder, guys. And that's hundreds of YouTube videos, okay? So this thing already has been through the ringer since 2015. It's 2023, of course, now. And the dude still works great. It'll go up to full HD, 1080p. There was no 4K back in the old days, but it'll do wonderful, 1080p video. And like I said, if you've watched my channels, right here's the little fellow that did it. All right, but I'm using my D5600 today, and I've used it for video also on things, wildlife. I just got a video that somebody was using of a bird that I took a picture of last year, a video of a kind of a rare sparrow. But anyhow, guys, not everything made in China is that bad. Like I said, this little camcorder has went everywhere that I've went, walked the streets of China with me. It's done wonders. I've even shot stuff for wire stock with it, even though I like my DSLR on a tripod when I shoot those kind of videos. But anyhow, just thought I'd give you a chance to hear this little story about what it was a big search before we found the shop that had this camera, and I was panicking. I really was. But anyhow, just a little story, I thought I'd throw in there for you, and I wanted to try out the DSLR today and see how it looked. All right, so you take care, and I'll see you next time. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, okay? We'll talk to you later. So bye-bye.